talk about you and your weekend right now. A little bit of British.
So Voyager 1 left their solar system 9 years ago. Wow, that's not bad.
Maybe 10-mile-per-hour winds actually coming right off Lake Michigan. M40 in Lawton, gas now down to 281. It's okay. And sun and maybe a cumulus cloud or two. So it's been since 2020 since we've actually had credible humidity in the mitten. It is back Wednesday with a dew point of 62, Thursday with a dew point of 63. Remember, the threshold here is about 60 degrees. Once we cross that line in the world of dew points, that's when it starts to feel sticky or
I know what you guys want me to do. Can you open the window for you guys?
You do see the 72s at 4.5. I think in between there we could actually spike to 74. So we did cool out Saturday to 68. Not impossible to see an afternoon shower, especially around Muskegon. So we want to give you a little bit of context.
Right now it's like 70 degrees here, guys, so I'm opening the windows.
66. Feel slightly more confident in the opportunity for a shower in the morning. Not a thunderstorm, but a shower.
Hey guys, Tyler here. Open up 2 windows for the cats. The cats get my butt.
Filtered sun, then going mostly cloudy. No rain here whatsoever. A lot of dry air in place, so what may end up actually falling are just sprinkles, or they evaporate mostly upon descent. But then you're noticing more green, more rain showing up Saturday night and into your Sunday morning, so we cannot ignore those signals. The signal for a thunderstorm on Monday, Michigan-Indiana line. Otherwise, we're going to stay dry on Monday. And then as we get you into Tuesday, that boundary will be well to our south, not quite as far north as you see. So that is our first chance to be near 80. Large ridge in the jet, Bruce. Summer-like heat in the Great Lakes for much of the middle and the end of next week. Our Weather Alert Network right now, ready for you, always showing semis and sedans on M89 in Allegan. So that looks pretty darn good, too. Okay, midday temperatures. We have 67 in Grand Rapids and Ionia and Allegan. It's already 71 in Niles, 65, Sturgis, Coldwater, Michigan, Indiana line. Here's your forecast. Have a great weekend. 46 tonight, not nearly as cold as the last several nights. Winds are going to be light, so a comfortable sleeping night. Celion Group 7-day forecast. Kate, we have bona fide beach weather Wednesday and Thursday with a popcorn storm or two, 80 and 82. We started the month at 83, so it's been like 3 weeks-ish since we've been that high.
We're back at it. That's good, Jeff. All right, thanks so much. Still ahead for us at noon, a little girl with a very big heart. Still ahead, what inspired a 5-year-old to donate her life savings to a good cause.
Daddy, what's new this year?
Well, with Cub Cadet, everything's new this year. Cub Cadet's lawn tractors are totally new. And Steve's Lawn and Power has moved to a brand new location in Battle Creek. So come and see our new Cub Cadet store on the Motor Mile. We can help you select your new Cub Cadet mower, and we'll be here to serve you long after the sale with our massive new parts and service departments on the magnificent Motor Mile in Battle Creek.
You're almost going crazy.
We can
You know, that's funny. Hey guys, Tyler here. I'm kind of happy because I got some stuff done today, and that's all I'm going to say right now. Yeah, get that thing on my face. I gotta have Sextant. Oh, that's what I need to do tonight. Have that too.
When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorites.
I should do that one of these days.
Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch
Switch to Spectrum TV. I go to that tonight too. Hey guys, Tyler here. Just relaxing, just having a Friday noon video session while I upload some book videos and some more videos I'll be uploading later. I have to get all these videos done, but I have a goal to get all these videos uploaded to YouTube tonight before I go to bed because I have plans for tomorrow. Well, I can't say because I don't know if I'm going to do them or not. This week's going to be great, guys. It's the best part. This week's supposed to be great. So, YouTube. All I know is I want to get all these videos done with before I go to bed tonight. I was supposed to start today at 1 o'clock. I started a little earlier than I should have, but you know what, though? I'm getting the most important videos I made uploading right now. The ones that really make more sense to me to upload right now first. Then all the other videos will get uploaded as well. What the heck is that? Okay. Okay, that's what that is. Okay. I'm not going to do work with that. But yeah, guys, I'm trying to get stuff done with today, so I won't have to worry about it. I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember Gateway. Gateway, the main person made the Tony. Wait, oh that's right, Gateway made that. I remember back in the old days. Gateway, who still even owns one of those computers still? That's what I'm wondering. Who still even owns a Gateway computer? Seriously, Gateway was pretty good back then. If you ever played PlayStation 1, remember if you ever played Tony, if you ever played the Tony Hawk games, okay, when you like on original Tony Hawk on PS1, in the mall scene, they always had a computer at the mall. They had a computer store towards the end called Gateway. It's because the Tony Hawk game Gateway made the Tony Hawk game, the original Gateway game. Most people know that Tony Hawk made the company that made the Tony Hawk game used Gateway computers to make the game. And Gateway was pretty good before Dell came around and took it. The thing is, though, most people don't know this, but Gateway was a pretty good company at the time. Now, Gateway's been gone for over 20 years now, but still, people don't know, but Gateway would be pretty cool to still see today to this day. But yeah, it's been over 10 years since I've seen Gateway, so yeah. I don't know if Gateway. I mean, who still owns a Gateway computer? I applaud you for still having the damn thing. I applaud you if it still works. Because Gateway was a pretty good computer back then. I mean, Gateways. I mean, it was always between DSL and AOL, which everyone knows back then doesn't count. I'm gonna watch this real quick. The company, man.
Gateway computers. Remember them? They were pretty popular for a while, long ago. That is what I call a brutally honest statement. I don't know, it's just something about it.
Gateway was good.
Long ago, tacked on at the end. I'm just saying,
I mean,
if I were someone from Gateway, I would feel pretty crummy after reading that. But it's hard to deny. That's a request that someone submitted.
Gateway, AOL.
The only one. Some people watching this may barely remember them or not know about them at all. But
I remember them.
Was once one of the largest
late 2000s
in the United States.
Early 2000s.
2004, they were behind only Dell and HP in terms of market share. And if you know anything about the PC market, you would know that those two were pretty untouchable. So number 3 was
Apple was kind of a touchy too.
They can hope to be. The thing that many people remember about them is the cow pattern.
Yep.
It's kind of their thing. It was part of the logo, it was in their branding. And the thing that sticks in my head is that if you ordered a new Gateway computer, it would come in a box with a cow pattern on it.
Yep.
Talk about unique marketing, and there's nothing else like it. I mean,
remember Gateway doing that?
Computer box, and I remember it from 15 years ago. Without context,
that long ago?
Doesn't make any sense.
This may I can't think about yesterday.
Possible way to relate cows and computers. That cow.
Gateway was based in Texas. Duh. Wait, everything was based in Texas back in the day. Back then, there was only 2 major computer companies back then. And HP, okay, there's only 4 major computer companies in the U.S., okay? And they were Gateway, Apple. I mean, back in the day, there was only 4 computer companies back then you could have got, okay? It was Apple, Apple Mac, HP, Dell, and Gateway. Gateway made the Tony Hawk original game for PlayStation 1, which I do remember that because I'm from the late I do remember it from the late 2000s. Yeah, from late 2000 from late 2000s to the early 2000s until mid 2001. I remember that. But besides that, it's been a long time since that has ever happened. Yeah.
Pattern stems from the fact that Gateway started on a cattle farm.
See?
Let me explain. Ted Waite is the main guy behind it. In 1985, at age 22, he dropped out of college and spent a few months working in a computer store. That's where he learned all about the industry and came up with a few ideas on which he felt he could build his own business. One of these ideas, it's similar to what Dell would become known for. He felt you could cut out a lot of unnecessary costs by selling directly to the consumer over the phone. Those lower costs allow the computers to be sold at a lower price. And plus, dealing directly with the customer helps build relationships. You're more likely to come back for future orders. The other idea he had was to focus on providing value to the customer. His plan was to make computers with the exact capabilities and features that people wanted and nothing more. That way, people weren't paying for stuff that they didn't want. Nor
Like
were they
apps and cell phone you get today you don't
something that they
use.
wanted.
See?
He had some cool ideas, but we have to remember this is a 22-year-old college dropout, not in much of a position to start his own business. He got together with a friend from that computer store named Mike Hammond. Mike was more of the technical guy, and Ted was more of the business guy. The two of them got a $10,000 loan from White's grandmother and set up an office in an empty area in his family's cattle farm in Iowa. They called the business TIPC Network and started by selling add-ons for Texas Instrument computers, which turned out to be a high demand supply market.
Texas Instruments makes calculators now.
$1 million worth of them. The next year, Ted brought on his brother Norm as a partner to handle the financial end of things and changed the company's name to Gateway 2000. They later dropped the 2000 part of it. Now, considering this was three guys, all college dropouts, by the way, starting in a farm in the middle of Iowa, they were doing pretty well. But they weren't really selling computers like they wanted, and they were still pretty small in comparison to what they would become. Something big had to happen. In 1987, they started selling computers. See, Texas Instruments started selling these new computers. Unlike the old models,
IBM.
these were IBM compatible, and they had a price tag of about $3,500 as long as you would trade in your old model. Ted and his crew looked at this, and they realized that they can do better. He implemented all of those ideas that he had been dying to use, and it resulted in something very similar that
$2,000.
sell for $2,000. To promote it, they bought ads in newspapers and magazines and used the line "computers from Iowa," which I think is great. It's taking something that some may see as a disadvantage and embracing it, showing that everything is made in America and giving them this honest, Midwestern, hardworking type image. That's where the cow pattern stems from, which is promoting that same image. If you're selling something that's just as good as the competitor at a fraction of the price, you're probably going to sell a lot of them, which is what happened. From here, the entire company just took off. They became one of the fastest growing companies in the world. In 1980,
Ignore that. It's neighbors. Ignore that. If you guys hear yelling stuff, it's maybe the neighbors yell about some bullshit again.
voice controlled 4K streaming.
So ignore it.
1987, their sales were 1.5 million. In 1988, their sales were 12 million. In 1989, their sales were 70 million. In 1990, their sales were 275 million. In 1991, their sales were 626 million. And in 1992, they were 1.1 billion. They essentially went from $1 million to $1 billion in 6 years. In 1993, they became a public company when they sold 15% of their equity for $150 million. And Ted and his brother Norm remained equal partners, splitting the other 85%. The intention of the offering was to raise some money to further help their expansion into new products and into new countries. They were specifically concerned with Europe. In 1996, they became the first major PC company to provide the option of buying a custom-built computer over the internet. Fancy stuff. That same year, they opened these gateway stores that didn't hold inventory, but they allowed customers to go in and test the computers and maybe talk to a salesman about them. They opened hundreds of these stores within the next few years. All of these efforts caused their sales to continue growing every single year through the end of the decade. Now, on to the fall. Here's their sales for the next few years. They fell tremendously in 2001.
Okay, see here. 2000, okay, 2001, 2002, 2003, they went down. 2004, 5, and 6, they went back up a little bit, but in 2006, they made 400 mil. So I'd say from 99, 2000, they go back. 2001, they dropped, and then get back on and they still did pretty good, though. It was still, well, ignore that.
They never made any kind of significant recovery.
After 01, it screwed them over.
The highest price they reached in 2000 was $72 a share, and that fell down to $18 within the same year. By the end of 2002, it was down to almost $3. I can give more proof of this decline, but it's not necessary. No one's denying that it happened, and I think there's numerous reasons behind this, but let me try to highlight.
I had one of those.
PC market troubles. Possibly the biggest factor is that this was a bad time for the PC market. There was a higher supply of them than there was a demand, which is not good for the people supplying them. There were so many companies competing in this market now. Plus, the PCs that were being offered this year weren't impressive enough to justify replacing the old one. It led to lower sales across the board, and bad times for Gateway. Companies reacted to this differently. Gateway took it as an opportunity to switch some focus to consumer electronics, like plasma screen TVs, which weren't very profitable. Plus, they mostly pulled the plug on it a few years later, so it was kind of just a waste of time. They were slow to enter the laptop business. This was in a time when laptops were rapidly increasing in popularity over desktops. So obviously, as a computer company, it would have been smart to follow that trend. Well, Gateway was a little slower than most of their competitors. For example, in 2002, Gateway was selling 3.5 desktops for every laptop, while Dell was selling 2 desktops for every laptop. Dell was selling a higher percentage of laptops. Moving to California, in 1990,
I'd say
their
Michigan.
headquarters had moved from Iowa to South Dakota, and in 1998, they moved it to California. They felt that it was the right thing for a computer company to do. That's just where everything's happening. They could attract better managers, the investors might develop a different perception.
Yeah, I'd stay in Iowa.
Help change the culture of the company. They became less concerned with providing value to the customers and more concerned with meeting short-term goals. Ted Waite himself has said the thing I would definitely do over again is the whole San Diego thing. That was probably the single biggest mistake. New leadership. Shortly after the move to California in late 1999, Gateway changed their leadership for the first time ever. Ted Waite stepped down, and this new guy, Jeff Weitzen, stepped in. And we can also blame him for this culture shift, along with some strategic decisions that didn't seem to be too good. He cleared out some of the existing executive team that had been there during all of the successful years and replaced them with new people. He was also in charge when the number of Gateway stores hit their all-time high in 2000. And by the
You
way,
little
in
shit.
early 2001,
You little shit.
Ted Waite came back and basically reversed most of these changes.
You had no right to do that.
That's never good. In year 2000,
You had no right to be up there, you silly baby.
started investigating the short-lived CEO Jeff Weitzen.
No reason to be up there, you silly baby.
Under suspicion that they pulled some shady accounting tricks in order to inflate their revenue and meet earnings expectations.
Silly cat, you shouldn't be up there.
They needed to cheat a little bit to make things look better. The stock market always has bad reactions to these things, rightfully so. The E-Machines acquisition. In 2004, Gateway bought the computer maker E-Machines in a deal that was valued around $300 million. The acquisition increased their market share.
Why does it always say this thing's getting low? This computer's just getting. I need a new computer. That's what I need. No offense, this guys. The computer just can't take it anymore. The computer just can't take the date.
CEO again, and soon after ended his involvement entirely. The CEO of E-Machines became Gateway's new CEO. The two companies had entirely different approaches as to how they sold their computers. E-Machines was exclusively through third-party retailers, Best Buy, Walmart, places like that. And of course, Gateway sold directly to the consumer. That was Ted Waite's vision since before Gateway even existed. Now with Ted Waite's gone and E-Machines management running things, they switched focus, which obviously they were in need of something to save them, but this was abandoning one of the core principles on which the company was built. Not so sure that was a great idea. Acquisition by Acer, and the damage is mostly done by this point.
Acer? I have Acer. Whoops.
In 2007, Gateway was acquired by the much larger PC company Acer. The price they paid was $710 million. Was generally seen as being way too high. Gateway had lost over 98% of their value since 2000, and their shares were trading at $1.21 on the market. The acquisition price was $1.90 per share. Acer thought it was worth it to pay that premium because, in multiple ways, it helped give them an.
Am I still here? Okay, yeah. Hi, Zach. I'm having some computer problems right now. So give me a second here. I need to fix this real quick. There we go. Okay, I'm back on. Hey, Zach. He's trying to get the computer fixed. I need a new computer because this thing is just going. This thing's saying it's too full. So hi. Uploading some videos right now. That's all I'm doing right now.
There's so much more that can be said, but I like to think I hit on the main points. The way I see it, they should have just kept calm. Those core principles worked for years, but as soon as they ran into any trouble, it seems to completely.
Okay, it's working pretty good.
New models, new products, new leaders, new locations. I think they should have taken a lesson from those Tony Hawk games. Do you know when you're in the main?
Oh, Tony Hawk made them.
A little bit at a time, too big of an adjustment and you get all unstable and fall. Actually, I suppose it's the same principle if you're actually skating, but I relate to the game better. That's what Gateway should have.
Because that's what they made. They made the game.
Like crazy when maybe all they needed to do was keep calm and just make those little adjustments. Gateway hasn't been relevant.
Should I tell them? No, I don't know. Should I
now.
tell them or not?
Do you even remember them? No, I know they weren't.
Oh, yeah, guess what? I can't tell you because I told you you'll be surprised to find out what's happening. I'll have to tell you I'll tell you in a future date what's happening. Wait, not this week, but oh yeah, in 2 weeks I have to do that. In 2 weeks, the schedule's gonna be changing a little bit.
Thank you for watching.
What the heck is electric? I don't remember that company. I remember that company. They're still around, but I don't remember that company. Just goofing off today, just relaxing, getting some videos uploaded to YouTube. Might do some fishing tomorrow. Who knows what I might do tomorrow? I might goof off tomorrow. All I know. Also, some cool things might be happening in a few weeks, and who knows? It might involve you taking a nice long walk. Just leave it at that. Because some of us got an extra job. I got myself into another job, so yeah. The good news is the extra job is on Saturday, so that helps me out a lot. The problem is the money. He doesn't really matter what the money is, does it? Over the cha-ching. The only thing that matters is I'm making a little extra money. And if you decide to, I don't know, show up when I make it, you can get some popcorn or some ice cream or some soda or some water. It depends on what we're doing. And who knows? I might be able to give you some. You will have to pay for your goodies. And I will give you the goodies. You pay for it? Because that is what you're going to be giving me if I give you some goodies. The problem is you have to be there to do it. What the hell is this? That's not what I thought that was. What the hell? Yeah, shove a firework up his ass. That's so Trumpy. I know you're not. Besides, give me a second here.
Behind these doors, we have created a masterpiece.
I don't start working there yet anyways. This is the day I start working there. You know that popcorn stand we showed you the other day?
That's not a safety feature. There's James's folding arrangement that gets it all down, but it's the back where we're really pleased because what we've done is we've cut
There you go. That's the day I start working. That's the day I start working. That's my hours right there, 9 to 2. And that's going to be so much fun. Thing is, Z, I don't start working until that date right there. And you know that little shack we showed you at the zoo a while back? That's where I'm going to be working starting this Saturday. In a couple weeks, on the 20th, yeah, I'll be working there. I don't actually know what we're doing yet, but I will put up a video. Okay, when I start working there, and for what we're doing this year, I will put up a quick video so people know what we're going to be having. Okay, and other people will be working there besides me. So if I'm not there on that date between that time, that means someone else works there. So yeah, I will be showing what we're selling and all that good stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that won't be for about 2 weeks. So yeah, I thought I should tell you. Yeah, I'll be there making a little bit of money. But like I said, we'll be selling a little of this, a little of that. Okay, we sell popcorn, pop, and ice cream. We sold last time. There was rumors that we're gonna sell something else this year, but I can't confirm it or not. Whatever I find out we're selling, I'll tell you as soon as I know. Right now, I don't know yet. And I mean, I'll be working there probably till autumn. Because last year, I was there and freezing. Last year, we were working last year, so it was so cold, I was just shivering in the building. I was working there until, September. I was working there until September, which is, cold. I need to put the radio at. I need to find the radio and put some batteries in it. A couple weeks to bring the radio. Oh, there you are, you little. Oh, there's a little darling. Oh, there you are, you little darling. This is going back up with me. This is going back with me there. Stay here. So I need some C cell back. So I need some C cells.
So we'd survived that, just, and Richard and I decided to get the roof down. James said this would take but a moment.
Surely, if we... Now, where does that go? It's neatness with your work. See, from a distance, it actually looks like it's... This isn't its best side.
Back in a second, Z. I have to show you something quick.
Nice challenge. You must now go to Woburn Abbey Safari Park and drive your convertible through the wild animal enclosures. Okay.
The lions.
You don't want to worry about the lions anyway. It's the monkeys you've got to worry about.
Have you seen a lion? Massive pointy teeth. Monkeys? They're not scary.
I do, because they're Barbary ape monkeys and they're really, really vicious. They've got really vicious teeth.
All right, I'll put it this way. If you were to be locked in the phone box for half an hour with A, a monkey, or B, a lion,
Exactly.
there you go. What would you go for?
The lion.
What?
No, because monkeys in confined spaces, those Barbary monkeys, they panic and they get really incredibly violent.
I just love the way that James thinks that monkeys are in some way the greatest peril we're facing in the next hour of our lives. Normally, Woburn does not allow convertibles into its dangerous animal enclosures, but they were so impressed with the structural integrity of ours, they made an exception.
I'm scared. Look, it's like Jurassic
So I filmed it. It is Jurassic Park. Please keep your doors and windows closed, and under no circumstances going in a homemade convertible leather space.
These animals made pies.
The African lion, 6 tons of muscle and teeth.
To anyone from Woburn, have these lions been fed?
On a star day for them.
Excuse me, it's Jeremy again. Did you say they were on a starve day?
Yeah, we feed them twice a week, which is more similar to the feeding regime they have in the wild.
So when did they last eat?
2 days ago.
Yeah, but if you mention monkeys, I'm throwing you out. Oh, stop. Holy Maria spine. Oh, the last person who came to a convertible. To him, we look like a sort of sandwich box with the lid half off. Fortunately, the lions had other things on their minds.
Oh, look what's going on.
Oh, that's lion porn. Oh,
What are you doing, man?
What if he tries to do that to us?
With my point made, we left the lions and headed for the peril of the monkeys.
Monkeys! Some of them are like a foot tall. He's eating a carrot! Look what he's doing to it!
But then a really big one rocked up.
What attack monkey!
That's a Barbary egg. That's he is. No, you've got to stay there after you knock it off.
We had to leave with our roof mascot still in place because it was time for our final challenge. Modern convertibles are capable of driving through automated car wash machines. You must now do the same with your car.
There we go. There's no antenna on this thing, but it does its
The
job.
car wash selected for the test was brand new. It cost the owner £1 million and featured the latest technology to deliver the cleaning power
Wait a
of
minute.
a Category 5 Hurricane.
Has anyone else suddenly become slightly nervous?
Yes, I'm terrified. Yeah, I'm scared. It is quite cold this evening as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're freezing. Let's have the heater on a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm not nervous.
Oh,
I know it's fine. It'll be good. It'll just, flap around a bit.
my confidence is waning.
There's a light mist coming into the car.
No, that's just condensation.
No, it's a bit of mist through the gap, but that's fine.
I'm dry still. I'm wet now.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
There's a big roller coming up the window. It's going to hit the roof.
You're right.
Get out. Get out. I'm getting I can't get out. Get out. I'm just sliding. I'm out. I can't get it. Sorry, I have to get through there. Let's get out. Run. Over there. That was bad.
It's on fire.
It's what?
Absolutely.
It can't be on fire. It's on fire.
It's on fire.
Just run. Just run. Yeah, special. You've seen Sir David Attenborough's take on Africa. Now it's time to see ours. As you can see, I've gone for a BMW 528i and
I'm back, guys. I had to double check some stuff. I'm back. I'm working on something right now. Maybe working on their channel. Working on someone's channel soon.
The world heralds the imminent arrival of morons. Richard Hammond, everybody,
Subaru Impreza WRX.
as driven by emeritus professors all over the world. He looks a bit like you. What? You know, small and with a sort of surprised expression.
My face in that car.
My 28i, rear-wheel drive, 2.8 straight 6.
How many miles has it done?
151,000. This, though, is the last of the mechanical 5 series. After this, they started using computers. James doesn't care. No surprises there. I know for a fact what he's got. He'll have a Volvo, because you know he's got no imagination at all. As it turned out, James did have a Volvo.
You will find the source of the River Nile.
So we just go that way.
It's not uphill. Here we go.
The source of the River Nile.
We would take up the challenge, no matter what the peril, no matter what the hardship, no matter what.
Yep. See ya.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
See ya.
but I think
Stuff.
we found it.
That was fast.
We're only a few minutes in.
What? Look,
This is not the source of the Nile.
broke out the map. Well, it's got quite a sticky throttle, but other than that, every single thing works, even the air conditioning. I've never ever had a car with working air conditioning before on one of these trips, but I have now, and it is joyous.
Impreza is all about that engine and drivetrain. Just aware constantly that this is rally bred. The other two, they're just sporty versions of ordinary estate cars. This is the best car here, in fact.
Tracking car, Volvo 850R. This one's done 145,000 miles. Just clicked over, in fact, onto that figure, and you wouldn't really know. It's so smooth, the transmission is excellent, the engine is silky, everything works, except the air conditioning. But at least that saves me the effort of getting really annoyed when the other two deliberately break it out of spite, jealousy, and small-mindedness.
Bullet scarred Entebbe Airport. It was here in 1976 that Israeli special forces staged a daring operation to rescue passengers from a hijacked airliner. Oh, wow, look at this. I'll tell you what, I couldn't be Israeli special forces.
Even our press.
I'm exhausted.
They've been all sitting there thinking, oh, help, here comes help. And then,
Out on the balcony, we saw something a bit worrying. Is that a Ford Scorpio? Oh, that's why they brought us here. Funny.
Yeah,
because what that is,
Yeah.
that's the forfeit car.
Yes. If one of our cars goes wrong,
which, let's face it, James, yours is going to break in half.
Jeremy broke out his vast and sophisticated toolkit.
what else is electrical in here?
Not the exhaust manifold.
Oh my God.
What are we going to do, seriously, here?
Because that's
It wasn't a dream. I'm still here.
wow! It's my town!
Just entered Jezza.
Oh, no.
Well, I say we've just entered Jezza. That's a disgusting thought. We've come into Jezza. No, we haven't come into Jezza.
Even though we were on an important mission, I decided we should pull over and have a look around. There's a church. They've actually had a church where they worship people.
Protect and serve. I've never seen that and those, because that doesn't make any sense at all.
There is Jezza's back alley. Well found.
My name is Jezza.
My name is Jezza.
My name is Jezza. What do you got that?
Right, I think it's time to pull out on Jezza. I just hope nobody sees me doing it. That's how it runs.
He started to dye his hair. You can't look now. He's 45, isn't it, Gray? You know Paul McCartney?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! I can't stop! Oh, you idiot! I can't stop it! Well, I can't stop it either! There you go. I told you there would be a hotel, and there it is. Have you heard of those boutique hotels?
Oh my God.
Hammond! We're in Africa. We're on like a big touristy bit of Africa. All the hotels are going to be like that, or worse. And I've had an idea.
If you suggest camping, there will be a live and celebrated televisual deck. A gentleman explorer's quarters.
It's a library, James.
Yeah.
I can arrange to see you don't need when you're looking for the source of the Nile. Number one, library.
Many of the books contain the exact location of the true source of the Nile, in which case it's a rather wasted exercise anyway.
And this will just make you itch.
It's an itchy blanket. It's designed to remind you how lucky you are.
I've uncovered one design feature in here that I don't like.
The driver? Oh, God!
We decided to stop on its shoreline for a night in our new accommodation.
Nothing.
What now? What's your problem?
Nothing.
Oh dear.
It's
With
I'm
an
just gonna
Italian
tidy it.
kitchen nightmare. This car is just masterful. Whoa! Yeah, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna have to stop for a minute.
Captain Backache caught up.
Whoa!
I had a cold shower this morning. My penis was like a press stove. Again.
Double bash plate earning its key today. Oh,
Go faster! Oh, cock. How long's that been there? Balance?
Because they can take it.
I know exactly where it is.
Mate, is that thing on the front of your car made out of my door?
what?
That's it.
Can you give me a toe?
No.
As dawn broke, the peace and serenity of this
Gordon!
morning was shattered by the bellow of a wild animal.
As we set off on our long drive, the mood was a little fractious.
Look at it! I mean, that looks like it was done with a knife and fork by the council. It's not square, it's not neat, he's wasted material, he's left sharp edges, it's all bent. I cannot conceive of the mind of a man who would look at that and think that was the right way to do it.
I don't mind you taking a bit of a bump. That's fair. I do mind you doing such an appalling bloody job of it. The Hamptons, you know.
Honestly, I could do a better job than that with the end of a bulldozer.
Well, I couldn't find any tools.
The fact that the car is full of bloody tools, the biggest tool in this operation was you.
This could go on. A pair of tin sticks looks like a pair of robust scissors, and their
Function is obviously not a hammer, obviously not a screwdriver. They are obviously not a spanner. They are obviously designed.
There we go, let's got rid of him. I decided to test my new handbrake. The wooden handbrake is holding me. I simply set off. Oh, yes. Sometimes my genius is... It's almost frightening.
oh, did that? Oh dear!
Stupidest idea in history. God gave us a tool for just such a...
Jeremy and I found a way to pass the time.
Funny. Ha ha ha.
Good morning, viewers. I'm afraid things may have gone a little out of hand in camp last night, but it's good news. I found another piece of scrap metal, and I managed to mend my bonnet.
I'll admit, I was furious when James stole my bonnet screw. But then on Jeremy's car, I found something that does the job just as well. I'm calling it the poop scoop.
I was a bit cross about losing my laboratory, but then, staggeringly, in the middle of a remote field in Tanzania, I found a rear window that fit into the back of my car. I mean, it looks like it's meant to be there. It's uncanny. Our Father who art in heaven, if you're there, make it go upside down, please, please, please.
Right, so I pull you across the river.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Yes, very, very slowly indeed. This is Captain Hammond. Bring you down to the engine room. Oh, you've got the slats. That's plenty fast enough. Oh,
Oh, it's dead. Jeff. What? Well done. Very good. How deep it was.
Soon, James hit a pothole.
Oh!
So hard it took out 2 of his tyres.
Do you remember? Seems like months ago, but at the beginning of this voyage, we looked at these tyres and said, there's no way those tyres will survive Africa.
It's goodbye. Just waiting for the backup car. You know? Yes.
Oh, no, wait, the backup car's at the bottom of the crocodile infested
I
road.
don't need the backup car. I've got spare wheels. You're not very useful to me or helpful. Please continue. I'll see you later.
Here we saw the most amazing wildlife yet.
They are the funniest creatures on earth, aren't they? Why are they so funny? Husband's been to the dactyl shop in Florida, hasn't he?
Every single piece of kit's got it off.
Americans, I don't know why, but American tourists, and I know they watch the American, I'm not saying they're all like this, but when you travel, it is hysterical.
Sadly, the Americans departed, leaving us with nothing to look at except hippos. The road was a rotten nightmare, and it was peppered with sharp stones. It was a car killer.
Absolute What's up?
He's got a puncture.
Right.
He's also got a shear wristband.
Okay.
That's the game over, isn't it?
The next morning, in our safe camp, we counted up the toll from Death Road.
I had 3 punctures, one of which I've still got. 2 airbags went off, both of which definitely gave me heart attacks. All 4 shock absorbers are completely ruined. You're not any better.
Well, I had 2 punctures. Fuel line came off. Front bumper collapsed. I'm not even bothering to look at my shots because I know they're absolutely shot absorbers. But on the plus side, all the bits that attach the wheels to the car are intact.
Speaking of which, see, where is he? Oh, hang on. Can you hear that?
I can just, yeah.
Is that the soundtrack of an approaching moron?
Oh. Probably can't be please face.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, well done.
We're impressed that you're impressed. Yeah, great. Good. James and I have made a bit of a decision.
What?
The source of our river is somewhere up there, okay? Now, only one of us can technically get there first. They'll be the one who's remembered. The other 2 will be forgotten, as nobody remembers who comes second. We propose a race. Whoever finds the source first, into the history books, buried in Westminster Abbey.
3, 2, 1.
Power, etc.
Can't just undergone major surgery.
If Richard Hammond beats me in this race, he will be knighted by the Queen. She will say, "Arise, Sir Richard." Oh, you already have. Power!
I am a one-man dust machine. Yes! What do you got? Aha! Westminster Abbey is mine.
The source is in those rocks.
There's a bit there, maybe, so it's that way.
Can you imagine children of the future learning in history lessons about Sir Richard Hammond? Nobody wants to think of that. I know how I can get Hammond out of the way. Oh, God. I'm Genesising him.
James, your suspension has collapsed. Your back wheel is coming
coming on. The car's collapsed. I'm going on foot.
Your friend, I'll tell you what it's like.
It's geology. We got bedrock. We've got the ground has sunk down, indicating the presence of a spring. This is soggy. This could be a stream. Cameron is not having this.
Wait. Is it?
No.
That?
Yes.
Yes! Sorry, mate. That was close.
Well done. That is the source of the River
I'm
Nile.
going to put my finger in it. Excuse me. That is the root of civilization that nourished the ancient Egyptians. No, not the finger, the water.
That is the undisputed source of the River Nile. That is the man who found it. And somewhere way down there is the ruined Volvo that brought him here.
Is the Top Gear flag slightly bigger than the Union flag?
Yes, that's right, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
It's unlikely to be here because everyone does fine. It's not going to be here because everyone's on drugs. That's all just full of ops. Al Gore says that's gone, so it's not going to be down there. That's full of spiders. Signposts are all full of gibberish. They're all communists. Can't live there because the Americans will shoot you.
Well, thank you. You might notice we've got some new furniture and a new telly. Yeah, the problem is, you see, there was a fire at our storage depot. You might have seen it in the papers. And nearly all of our props got destroyed.
Yeah, and the police are saying, as you can see here, that it was arson.
Yeah, but, I mean, who'd do that? It's not like we've ever upset anyone.
I know. Well, there was the vicar whose trio rammed in a Toyota pickup truck.
Yeah,
and everyone in Wales, and everyone in Birmingham, and everyone in America.
Yeah.
And while we were making this series, actually, we managed to upset the Coast Guard, who said that we'd ruined the English Channel. I never believe this. Oh, fifth gear.
Hang on, why?
Can we just look at the evidence? Just last week, okay, it was in the papers, they've rolled a Bedford Rascal van. There it is, okay? A year ago, if we look at a shot from Top Gear, we rolled a Bedford Rascal van. They're now saying that one of their presenters has hurt his foot. That's not an accident. We have proper accidents on this show.
Do you think they're a bit jealous?
Yeah, so please, really, Tiff, Vicky, stop burning our things.
Yes.
I mean, us three all smoke, okay? So let's be proud of. The fact is that we all do, but we don't crash. Well, two of us don't, so...
Actually, I've given up smoking as well now.
Well, there you are. You can't do two things at once.
I can multitask.
You can multitask.
Yeah.
I've seen you put your makeup on.
Yeah.
Driving and driving.
I've seen you multitask when driving.
No, you can't talk about that on the telly.
Fuel reset. Pumps are reset and is off. Neutral. Engine start. Yes, excellent. Strapping in. That one must go there.
Hi.
Oh, dear.
Nice view here.
Just so you'd stop and admire it.
Yeah, I might need your help.
Why?
There might be a problem.
What?
Fuel filler cap won't open.
Never mind. See you later,
No.
Yeah. Is this your second filler?
Yes.
Mine's got a 110-litre endurance fuel tank.
If you two need to get in my slipstream when we're going up the hills, because I know you don't have much
At
power.
no point have I lacked in power to keep up with this thing. At no point.
horsepower?
415.
522.
It's how it uses them. It's how it deploys them.
I'm with that.
Constantly
Top
there.
speed?
175.
Top speed? 195.
Yeah, well,
saying Lee, this is probably quite a good car, I'll grant you that, but it's half-hearted and limp-wristed. It's not a real luxury supercar, and neither is it a proper lightweight.
James, a little compromise might be useful in your car. Be honest.
No, I love it.
on the right.
Back in a minute.
The Lambo and the Porsche are very, very close. The Aston Martin seems to be very, very slow. Didn't expect that in the racing car. So we're carrying on my bicycle tomorrow? Because these were a bit stolen, obviously.
Well, they did say they've got a secure car park that nobody could break into. And I can see exactly what they mean. There's absolutely no way that anybody could possibly get into this car park in any way, shape, or form. It's actually very simple.
What are you thinking?
Do you know my car doesn't have a key or a lock?
Do they say wait? I'm not fitting locks.
Now it is time. It's time to do the cool walk.
Unfortunately, the cool ball was one of the major casualties in our fire, but we will persevere.
Yes, we will, and we're going to kick off with this. It's...
Is it a Golf?
No, that's more an Alpha.
I don't know, that headlamp.
I think that's an Alpha. What do you think that is?
It's an Audi.
How empty is your life that you are able to determine that this is an Audi from that photograph? When Vicky Butler Henderson burned the cool wall, she thought she'd flummoxed us. But it doesn't matter because we're going to move on to something else that isn't. But James May hasn't been burned. Here he comes. Oh, testicles.
We come all the way here in these cars and you it up because you're feeble-minded. It's a matter, I think.
The colour of that water, that's beautiful. Why did you think this would be good, you big dumb? Trust me, Italy is the place. It's the fast car is.
We should have just come here on the bus.
In order for the ferry to unload, James had to disembark first.
Hang on a minute, Blake, something's not quite right.
What's the matter?
It's I don't know. Has it got fuel in it? Yeah, it's got loads of fuel.
Despite the horns, James wouldn't rush his pre-flight checks.
Master switch, ignition, pump. That's off.
Meanwhile, in the Aston, the Stelvio Pass. 15 miles of asphalt spaghetti draped on an hour. It was stunning. Should we do it?
£28,000 more than a standard 450.
I know, and it brings us back to those lightweight supercars that we were reviewing last week, because what really annoys me is that you buy a Ferrari 430 and you think this is as good as Ferrari can make a car, and a couple of minutes later they come along and go, no, actually this is.
It's going to cost an extra £28,000.
And if you give us another £28,000, you'll have a car that's as good as we can actually make it.
Exactly right.
I think it's a bit like that Sainsbury's Taste the Difference cheese. It's cheese. Hold on a minute. No.
No, it's not like cheese.
That's not cheese. This is an analogy. But you go to Sainsbury's and you see cheese, and it costs a certain amount of money, but then next to it there's Taste the Difference cheese, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it tastes really nice.
Either batch and a knife.
No, but what I want to know is why don't they just make all the cheese like that? Or do they just make that cheese and then make some that's a bit worse, price it lower and say, here's some rubbish cheese for poor people?
Yeah, news. You know, we revealed last week they burned our furniture. Well, it turned out that this week, one of their presenters caught fire. Jason Potato.
Plato.
Well, actually, Baines Potato now. He was 183 horsepower, not 62.8 seconds, and this week it set the fastest ever speed for a road legal car, 256 miles an hour. Can you believe them? They say the body is solely carbon fibre and weighs 131 pounds. If you don't count the doors, the bonnet and the boot. I weigh 131 pounds if you don't count my arms, legs and head.
Company that makes brake discs and brake pads and things. They're urging us all to check our brakes, make sure they're working properly, because according to some statistics from the Department for Transport, 1 in 3 accidents happens because a vehicle fails to stop in time. So I thought it was actually all accidents.
They're all the stuff you'd expect. They're briefcases with Porsche written on them, wallets and pens that you can buy for £3 anywhere else because they've got Porsche on them. They're £3.5 million each. And it's all full of that complete rubbish. And then we went into smoking tools and we discovered for the Porsche enthusiast.
Boy, have you got to be an enthusiast.
Porsche designed pipe. Mine won't start properly.
No, of course it won't. It's a Porsche, persevere. No, what are you doing? No, other way around you.
It's a 911 Porsche. Hot bit goes at the back.
You don't look right with that, but have you noticed over my shoulder?
Look at him, I've never seen.
With the chair, the pipe, we're building up the perfect picture for you, mate. I think next
I'll
week.
tell you something.
You see, he's pointing.
Oh, God. That's not gone well. Mind you, why was I hurrying?
I'm just going to bring a solicitor, do my last will and testament, leave everything to the lifeboat people.
I can't believe they're asking us to go across the channel here. But I'm following Jeremy's pickup, and it looks like a man with a pickup who's stolen an outboard motor and a couple of oil drums on the way to a fishing trip.
It is like the West Indian dope smoking team practicing in the car.
Hello?
Eventually, the excess phone did burn off, and soon we arrived in Denver.
Or Slackwater, yeah.
Slackwater is tomorrow about 1 o'clock. We shall go then.
Yes.
We'll go to the pub now.
Sound idea, yeah.
We'll go to the pub now, and then tomorrow, 1 o'clock, that'll be us at
Because the
Slackwater.
water's slack. What's slack water?
Have you ever considered the meaning of life?
No, but I think we should. And I think we should.
Now's the time.
Oh, yeah.
This is ready. I've checked it for water tightness. I've done all the sheets, which is the correct morse to turn these pieces of string in the right position. It is all absolutely ship-shape and ready to go.
How many grains of sugar are there?
That's exactly what I would. Do you know that's because we say blithely, I'll have 1 sugar. How many are there?
1.
Yeah.
This is stupid and funny.
Amazingly, all 3 of us were floating. Well, when I say 3.
Meanwhile, back with Captain Pugwash.
Sod it.
Right, there's sail.
We were leaving the harbour.
You can't see what's coming, I can. I can just see sky, see.
instructions are to go across the channel faster than Beardy Branson. I want to do that for a job. I can't do gently. Well, that's not round, that's backwards, you pillar. I don't want to go right now! Go left!
And then,
Oh, what's another one?
this. The new Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead.
As I'm sure you know, on Top Gear, if a car spends too long sitting around on the deck of an aircraft carrier, it eventually gets launched off the ramp thing down at the end. And this definitely isn't going to fly because it weighs 2.6 tons. So, and other car manufacturers are currently spending millions and millions of pounds on research into hydrogen fuel cells and hybrid drive. But Rolls-Royce spends the same money in its ashtray design department. Look at that. I didn't feel conspicuous in it. The thing is, I believe deep in my heart that I look good in it and it suits me because it's stylish and it's contemporary.
Every time I see you, those are the words that pop into my head. Stylish and contemporary. After other words like, for instance, beige. Stanner Stairlift. The war. You know anymore? Homosexual. All you need, got a phone and a credit card. These are what you need, okay? And I've got a microphone so you can hear what I'm doing. Just give me the number. 0870 yeah.
28
428
4009.
4009. This puts me through to a laptop in India. There we go. I've got a microphone ready. I'll put the speaker on. Right, so it's 8, that's the location number, 8744. Your car's rotting at this point. There we go, there we are. My credit card, last four. I can't read them. I need glasses. You can all got any glasses.
Give it to me, I'll read the number out loud.
Top Gear. I'm just killing time one video. That's what he's doing. Top Gear YouTube.
well, if I had to give up a kid,
The reason I'm doing this right now, being live for doing no reason, just to get these videos uploaded. What? What? Move! 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 What?
So, what do I do then? I'm curious. I'm here to place down the top, okay? All from every day. That's two. That one, two. Those two are nice. But I want all that behind, you know? I want to kill that behind. Like, what did he do? What did he do? What did he do? You know, we reach out down to there. He thinks stuff right. Okay?
Ideas exist inside you, electrify you. They grow from our imagination.
3 hours left.
But they can't be held back. They want to be set free. To make the world more responsible and even more incredible. Ideas to the future, just like that.
There's a new TV show in Germany. It's all about cars and it's hosted by three people. I can't even live where they got that idea from.
I can read that.
Anyway, they got in touch with us and they invited us to take them on in a series of races and challenges.
Now, obviously, we needed somewhere to stage this.
Yes, I suggested we did it in disguise over southern
You
England.
need. In fact,
Outside,
we
it's shut
settled
the
on
door.
Belgium, which was a country invented so that Britain and Germany.
I want the cats outside because she won't shut up.
Differences.
I want the cats outside.
The producers told
Problem though, they're shut the
those
door.
who represented the BBC
Okay.
just turn up and go on about the war.
The meet was set for 9 a.m. at Belgium's second best known racetrack, Zolder. And at precisely 9 o'clock, our German rivals arrived in their impressive German cars. Innerpünktlich.
Ja, wir machen die gleich langsam, fahren wir dann nach Hause. Kein 8,5 Minuten warten.
In fact, we were not late, we were simply arriving in style.
Come on, Beatles, come on, LG.
We're on our own, we're playing for time, and it's running out. Johnson.
Jeremy?
How are
Hey,
Good
love.
to see you. Good to see you. How are you? Our small talk was friendly, but to be honest, we were a bit nervous. Sure, they had a jolly man in a suit. He's called Carsten von Ryson, and he has no racing experience at all. But then they also had Tim Schreck, a touring car driver, and Sabina Schmidt, the Nürburgring specialist. And they were up against us lot. The first challenge had been dreamed up by the Germans. It's called double-decker racing, and the idea is very simple. The car on the bottom has a throttle, brakes, and gears, but no steering wheel, because that's fitted to the car on the top. Now, because there are only 3 presenters on each side, and you need 8 people to operate the 4 cars, each team is allowed to get someone from their film crew to help out. And that's a problem for the Germans, because while they have a sound recordist, a cameraman, and a director, he is the same man. So their coverage of this race is going to look like this. Mind you, it's not that brilliant for us, because although we have a very large film crew, there was only one volunteer to sit above me, and if I'm honest, it's not the one I would have picked. Still, he is very brave. He once fought a shark. He lost, but anyway.
We do 6 laps, and we have 6 white stripes.
Okay.
If you finish the first one, you take one off.
Okay. James?
Yeah?
Will you promise to use the throttle and not just the brake?
It's a bit odd not having a steering wheel.
These Metros always have quite good steering, so this is a good way around to do it.
It doesn't make any difference, you idiot.
No, the steering's done by the Metro.
I know, but you're steering the Jag.
The good thing here is they've got Golfs on the roof. Now, Golfs are heavy. Metros are made out of snakeskin.
I'm gonna cut this off and do it later. Since it's taking forever, I'm gonna have to cut this off.